The most common mistake that drivers make when backing is failing to look both ways behind them. A. True. B. False. A. True. The most common mistake that drivers make when backing up is failing to look both ways behind them. Mirrors do not give you a full view. To see as much as possible, turn your body and head to the right and look through the rear window. What does alcohol do to your driving skills and judgment? A. It helps driving skills but harms your judgment. B. It harms both driving skills and judgment. C. It has no effect on either driving skills or judgment. D. It has no effect on judgment but it harms driving skills. B. It harms both driving skills and judgment. Alcohol negatively affects many skills needed for safe driving, including your reaction time and ability to see clearly. It can also harm your judgment of speed and distance, lower your inhibitions, and make you more prone to taking chances. To change lanes you should: A. Check your mirrors and signal, then change lanes. B. Signal, check your mirrors, check your blind spot in the direction you plan to move, then change lanes. C. Signal, check your mirrors, and change lanes. D. Signal and change lanes. B. Signal, check your mirrors, check your blind spot in the direction you plan to move, then change lanes. Before changing lanes, you should activate your turn signal in the appropriate direction and check your rear view and side mirrors. Look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move in order to check your blind spot and check the far lane to be sure no one else is trying to enter the same lane as you. Change lanes when you are sure it is safe to do so. When getting ready to change lanes, you should: A. Check your side view mirror. B. Check your rear view mirror. C. Quickly turn your head to check for other vehicles. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. Before changing lanes, check your side and rear view mirrors for traffic approaching you from behind. Just before you begin moving into the other lane, quickly glance over your shoulder and check for any vehicles that may be in your blind spot.
Want to ace your DMV test? Go to cheatsheets.com and get your guaranteed cheat sheet.
It is important to be alert to motorcycles because: A. They are more difficult to see than cars. B. They rarely use their headlights. C. Motorcyclists are less skilled drivers than other motorists. D. All of the above. A. They are more difficult to see than cars. Motorcycles are smaller and harder to see than cars. Because of their size, they are easily hidden in a car's blind spot. It may be difficult to judge your distance to a motorcycle and difficult to tell how fast a motorcycle is moving, so always be alert and extra cautious when near a motorcyclist. You must yield to children playing in the streets. A. True. B. False. A. True. You are responsible for driving with extreme caution where children are present. Slow down near schools and playgrounds and in residential areas. Which of the following does not happen after drinking? A. Your reflexes and reaction time slow down. B. Your judgment of speed and distance is distorted. C. You are less alert. D. You calm down and can concentrate better. D. You calm down and can concentrate better. Alcohol reduces your reaction time, reduces your ability to see clearly, changes your judgment of speed and distances, reduces your ability to recover from the glare of headlights, and often reduces your inhibitions and makes you more likely to take risks. If you are convicted of driving without proper insurance coverage, you will be required to have State Route 22 insurance for A. 1 year. B. 6 months. C. 3 years. D. 5 weeks. C. 3 years. Driving without being properly insured, or driving without proof of insurance, is against the law. If you are convicted of either, you will be required to pay a $45 reinstatement fee and hold State Route 22 insurance for 3 years. If you see this sign above your lane, you A. may not exit the freeway. B. may either continue through the interchange or exit the freeway from your current lane. C. may stay in your lane and continue through the interchange. D. must exit the freeway, if you stay in your current lane. D. must exit the freeway, if you stay in your current lane. If a yellow panel with the message "Exit Only" is on a highway sign, the lane below the sign will not continue through the interchange. Instead, the lane will go off of the roadway to form a ramp. If you are in a lane directly under an "Exit Only" sign, you may change lanes to move through the interchange or you must exit the highway. When changing lanes, you should A. rely on your mirrors. B. begin signaling as you move into the next lane. C. signal at least 500 feet before your lane change when driving on residential streets. D. always check your blind spot. D. always check your blind spot. Other cars and motorcycles are often hidden in a vehicle's blind spot, so be sure to glance over your shoulder before you begin a lane change. Begin signaling 100 feet before changing lanes or turning in a residential area. Signal 5 seconds in advance when changing lanes on a freeway. If an officer is directing traffic at a working traffic light, drivers should A. follow the directions indicated by the traffic light. B. follow the directions given by the officer. C. honk at the officer. D. check to see what the cars next to them are doing. B. follow the directions given by the officer. Traffic signals are placed at intersections to keep traffic moving and to help prevent crashes. Drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists must obey these signals, except in instances when an officer is directing traffic. This sign means A. no left turn. B. no stopping. C. no U-turn. D. detour ahead. C. no U-turn. This sign indicates that U-turns are prohibited. Use your headlights anytime conditions prevent you from seeing at least A. 1,000 feet ahead. B. 500 feet ahead. C. 300 feet ahead. D. 200 feet ahead. A. 1,000 feet ahead. Activate your headlights when driving under any conditions that prevent you from seeing at least 1,000 feet in front of your vehicle. You are driving when it begins to rain. You should A. drive faster than surrounding traffic. B. drive at the maximum posted speed limit. C. slow down. D. drive closely behind the vehicle in front of you. C. slow down. When heavy rain reduces visibility, reduce your speed. Turn on your headlights so other drivers can see your vehicle. If the rain is so heavy that you are unable to see clearly, drive onto the shoulder and stop until the rain lets up. Your vehicle strikes an unattended parked vehicle and you cannot locate the vehicle's owner. You A. have done as much as you can. B. must stay until the police arrive. C. Must leave a written notice containing your name, your address, and the circumstances of the accident. D. May go on your way. C. Must leave a written notice containing your name, your address, and the circumstances of the accident. Upon striking an unattended vehicle, stop and try to locate the owner. If you cannot find the owner, leave a written notice containing your name, your address, and the circumstances of the accident. You may drive across a dashed white line? A. At any time. B. Only during daylight hours. C. When it is safe to change lanes. D. Only when passing a motorcycle. C. When it is safe to change lanes. Traffic lanes moving in the same direction are separated by broken white lines. You may cross over dashed lines to pass, if it is safe to do so. A yellow and black diamond-shaped sign? A. Warns you about conditions on or near the road. B. Helps direct you to cities and towns ahead. C. Tells you about traffic laws and regulations. D. Tells you about road construction ahead. A. Warns you about conditions on or near the road. Warning signs, which tell you about conditions on or near the road ahead, are usually diamond-shaped with black symbols or words on a yellow background. You must stop for a school bus. A. That is parked on the shoulder of the road with no one in it. B. When it approaches you, even if its lights are not flashing. C. If you are both driving on a two-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. D. Whenever the driver waves at you. C. If you are both driving on a two-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. You must stop when approaching a school bus that is displaying flashing red lights while stopped to pick up or drop off children. On a two-lane road, traffic moving in both directions must stop and remain stopped as long as the red lights near the top of the bus are flashing and/or the stop arm on the left side of the bus is extended. When approaching a stop sign that is not marked by a crosswalk, drivers should stop their vehicles before entering the intersection. A. True. B. False. A. True. At a stop sign, you must come to a complete stop at the stop line, if there is one. If there is no stop line, you must make a complete stop before entering the crosswalk. If there is no crosswalk, you must stop before entering the intersection. To prevent hydroplaning, you should A. Ensure that your tires have good tread depth. B. Ensure that your tires are properly inflated. C. Reduce your speed when driving in the rain. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. To prevent hydroplaning, you should ensure that the tires on your vehicle have good tread depth and are inflated to the proper pressure. Reduce the speed of your vehicle when driving in the rain. Hydroplaning occurs most frequently at higher speeds. If an approaching train is near enough or going fast enough to be a danger, you must A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Not cross the tracks until the train has completely passed. C. Cross the tracks at your own risk. D. Find an alternative route across tracks. B. Not cross the tracks until the train has completely passed. You should look and listen for trains before crossing any railroad tracks. If an approaching train is near enough or going fast enough to be a danger, you cannot go across the tracks. This is true even if they have no signals or the signals are not working. Traffic signs and pavement markings. A. Must always be obeyed. B. Are merely suggestions. C. Must be followed only when there is other traffic. D. Must be followed only when a police officer is present. A. Must always be obeyed. Traffic flow is controlled by pavement markings, traffic islands, signals, and signs. These devices inform drivers of conditions on the roadway and help guide drivers safely to their destinations. You must always obey traffic signs, signals, and pavement markings. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit in a residential area is A. 15 miles per hour. B. 20 miles per hour. C. 25 miles per hour. D. 30 miles per hour. C. 25 miles per hour. Unless posted otherwise, the speed limit in a business or residential area is 25 miles per hour. If another speed is posted, follow that speed limit. Signs that are colored orange are A. Work zone signs. B. Regulatory signs. C. School zone signs. D. Guide signs. A. Work zone signs. Highway work zones are established according to the type of work underway along the roadway. Signs in work areas are typically diamond-shaped, orange, have black letters or symbols, and serve as a warning that people are working on or near the highway. You are driving on a narrow road when you meet an oncoming vehicle. You must A. Pull completely off the road and stop. B. Allow the oncoming vehicle at least one-half of the main traveled portion of the road. C. Demand the other vehicle pull over to make room. D. Turn on your high-beam headlights to make sure the other vehicle sees you. B. Allow the oncoming vehicle at least one-half of the main traveled portion of the road. On narrow roads, you must allow vehicles traveling in the opposite direction at least one-half of the main traveled portion of the road. Both vehicles must have adequate space in order for the drivers to safely pass one another.